All right, next we're going to work number 38. It says, if the cosine of a is 1/4, find the sine of 2a and the sine of a over 2, or the half angle formula for sine. All right, so to start with, I need the sine of 2a. Sine of 2a, there's only one formula, and it goes 2 times sine of a cosine of a. Well, I already know cosine of a is 1/4, but I don't know sine of a yet. And in this problem, if you look at the first, it says angle A is acute. That was in the directions. If something is acute, that means it's between 0 and 90 degrees, or first quadrant, and everything's positive. So I do know everything will be positive. They told me cosine of A is 1/4. So that let me know x is 1, r is equal to 4, because cosine is x over r. So the only guy I'm missing is y. And I know x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. So x squared plus y squared is equal to r squared. Or 1 plus y squared is equal to 16. Or y squared is equal to 15. Or y is plus or minus square root of 15. Since it's in the first quadrant, I know it'll be positive square root of 15. So that kind of let me know that the sine of A will be equal to square root of 15 over 4. So I think I'm ready to do this. It's going to be 2 times the sine of A, which we just figured out was square root of 15 over 4, times the cosine of A, which is 1/4. I'm going to call the 2 over 1. Remember, when you multiply fractions, you just multiply straight across. So 2 times square root of 15 times 1 is just 2 square root of 15. And 1 times 4 times 4 is 16. So the only thing you could do is 2 over 16 reduces. So I could call it square root of 15 over 8. And that would be my answer to what the sine of 2a is. Now I need to figure out the sine of a over 2. Okay, remember the formula says that sine of a over 2 is equal to plus or minus square root of 1 minus cosine of a over 2. All right, now we were told that angle A is acute. So if you take half of an acute angle, like some angle, like let's say 60, and you split it in half, it's still going to be in the first quadrant. So I still know cosine of A is going to be positive. So, or the half of this will still be positive, because sines are positive up here. All right, so this uses the same stuff we used up here. So I do know cosine of A is 1/4, and it's going to be positive. So it'll come out to be positive 1 minus, cosine of A we were given was 1/4, divided by 2. If you'll forgive me, I'm going to kind of work across here. So I'm going to call the 1, you have to have a common denominator, so I'm going to call it 4 over 4, minus 1 over 4, divided by, I'm going to call this 2 over 1, equal to big square root. So 4 minus 1 is 3, so this is 3/4, divided by 2 over 1. Then we would say, dividing fractions, easy as pie, flip the bottom and multiply. So this would give us, I'm just going to continue on over here, 3 times 1 is 3, and 4 times 2 is 8. So that makes it square root of 3 over square root of 8. And square root of 8 could be called 2 root 4, because, let's do it over here. Square root of 8 could be called, since it's 4 times 2, the square root of 4 is 2, so it's 2 root 2. So I'm going to say square root of 3 times 2 root 2, or divided by 2 root 2. To get rid of the square root of 2, I'm going to multiply top and bottom by square root of 2, which will give me square root of 6. Square root of 2 times square root of 2 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. So I get square root of 6 over 4. So that we would say that the sine of a over 2 is equal to square root of 6 over 4. And our other answer was, yeah, we already circled it right there. All right.